ice cold. She just hit me with the blue veins, now she gon'
I like that with the chemistry, yeah. And when you bite back, you can remedy that. I'm into energy and telling the facts, tenderize my tendency. They better be back, so relax. I'm on the track, this right is my home. I never asked you when you said that we were only friends.
She just hit me with the blue veins, now she gon' ice cold.
What up, gang? Galatian X, we back, and we back with Sharen. We haven't done an update video for her in a couple months, I would say, so just wanted to do a couple updates for you guys and show y'all what's new on the build, if there's anything really new. We got a couple things, but not really a lot of changes, so let's get straight into it. So starting off, we still using the Blue Beetle. This is pretty much the only gun that matters. We're not actually using it once again. Details, so you get the 115 crit rate, so that's always important on the build. You absolutely need this gun to pull off what I'm doing with the build. Yeah, so that's the only gun that matters. I'm just messing around with these two guns right now. I'm still building these out, so still got a lot of work to do on this gun, but just haven't been interested or felt the need to actually get it all the way done. So yeah, on to the build. So what's new on the build is Arche Leak. I absolutely love this mod for Sharen. It's really good. So using the continuous damage type skill grants Arche Leak. While Arche Leak is available, hitting enemies with the continuous skill consumes MP. The skill power modifier increases proportionally to the difference between MP and max MP. Recover MP when using a continuous skill, or each time an enemy is defeated by a continuous skill, removes Arche Leak if there's no MP. So basically, when I use this for Sharen, I will use my area suppression. Depending on how much health they have, either you run out of MP or they die. Those are the two options when you're using area suppression, except for like a boss if you can't one tap them, but most times you can one tap health bar. So I truly like this mod because it really just takes it gets a lot of damage. So my tick damage was at 200 before this mod. Now it's at like 425 if I max out all my skill power modifiers. And yeah, so that's that. Let's go talk about the skills. So Assassinator, while you're in ambush, you get outgoing damage increase when attacking non-targeted enemies, so you get that extra 15% plus. Area suppression, we got a 5-second cooldown, which is like really a 3-second cooldown, probably lower once I get my ambush kills. So on critical hits to enemies, you get cooldown decrease. So whenever you crit an enemy, you get your cooldown back. Health recovery. The max daggers is 20. When you're attacking a boss, you want to be, or a yellow bar, you want to be right up on them so they can get the entire 10 daggers to hit. Skill power 450, solid. Damage range, we don't really worry about range because that does not help the build at all. Um, yeah, they might go further, I believe, but it doesn't give you more daggers, or it does not make the build hit further out. Like, you're still gonna hit the same amount of targets. Um, that's that. You got the continuous damage, what I was talking about with the Arche leak. So that with Arche leak, I believe you're getting a little bit more skill power, like 100% more skill power added to that continuous damage. So that's always good. Shock nuts, solid ability. Stuns the enemies. We got 1,000 skill power, uh 3.9 cooldown. It's cool. It stuns the enemies. It's good for when you have a cooldown on your forward or your ambush. So shock nuts is cool. Active camouflage, you go invisible. So every time you go invisible, duration 10 seconds. Not really worried about duration for this setup. Duration 10 seconds. Outgoing damage increased by 100%. So with this outgoing damage increase plus the passive ability, so you're at like 120 outgoing damage increase. Skill crit hit rate, you get the 22% plus. Firearm critical hit rate increase 22 plus. Uh, it's just camo, and it's really, you need to use this when you're using your forward. If you use this first and then your forward, you're always going to get a crit on there. You're going to crit. So that's that. In the one, you want to do single target. You want to just attack somebody with, like, I'm getting mines up to like 7 million per swing, so it's always good, and you still get that continuous damage, so that gets doubled. So everything dies on this build. Like, I used to say this was a very oppressive build. It still is. So just certain things you can't take down on the build, but for the most part, it is solid. So starting off, area suppression, shootout daggers. You guys know that. Mid-air maneuver, fusion amplification. So basically, you're losing skill crit hit rate 140, but we figured out how to supersede that skill crit hit rate. So don't worry about the 140. Just worry about you're getting the extra 61% fusion. You're going to crit. Do not worry. We have so many things that's going to help the crit rate, and you're going to hit those crits. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I love using this mod for this build. You don't have to use this. You can just go with, like, the regular way, but this just always felt better to me. Even when I take the stuff off and I switch it up, it still feels better. Increase HP, of course, skill simplification, more skill power modifier. You losing max MP, but it is what it is. We're not really tripping. We're gonna get our MP back. Focus on electric. You can go power increase, fusion master. It all adds up to the same amount of, like, damage for the most part. Front lines, you get more crit hit damage, crit hit rate, skill concentration, skill crit hit rate. So we are using this to counteract the 140 plus this, so that puts it at 120, 140 something around that. So you already are countering that, so we are good. MP conversion and decimator. I any skill power modifier builds, we always use decimator to get that max point. So that's that. What else we got? We have a electric skill crit hit damage fusion reactor. I haven't actually tried any other reactors, so let me know if I'm missing on anything, guys. Like I could use something better than this, but this is the one I go with. So we're sitting at like a 31 point skill power, so that's solid. Max I've seen is like 33, but I'm not tripping. Running Slayer set, you guys already know. MP recovery, shield recovery. That's that. Inversion, so still using the same stuff. Arche circulation tactic, selective neural stimulation, and I just feel like these inversions aren't getting better. They're just swapping them around and not really putting too much into these. Like these need to be they need to update these like a little bit better, because we're redoing these same old activities just to hit the same slots. What's the point of these inversion points if we're doing them over and over and over again for the same exact things? Might get one switch off, you know. So these is the three I'm using. And let's go to the arcade tuning. So I got two setups and they work exactly the same. There's no real super difference on how much damage I'm doing. But most of the times I just go with this regular style. Just get the skill power. I mean, you really don't need this. You can go with more crit rate if you need so. I'm just fine on it. You really don't need this. This is overkill. It's not. It'll give you like 20,000, 40,000 more skill power on your attacks. So don't worry about it too hard. But it's cool. I could go more crit rate, but it is what it is. I'm rocking out like this. What else? Yeah, guys, and I believe that's everything for the Sharen build. I have a showcase as usual for you guys, so yeah, man. Hopefully next week or the following week, I believe the new update comes out, so we'll have more content. They have been drip feeding, and there's not a lot of new builds to put out too much. I just put out my nail build. It's just not a lot of content to keep pumping out heavily, so we'll just keep trying to make the best builds that I can show you guys right now. So yeah, man, Glacier next, and we are out. Peace, gang.
Destroy this tactical objective. Please confirm. Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operations zone.
Initiating step.
Descendant. Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Volga's special assault ship identified. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Search and destroy required.
You won't find me.